Welcome back, everyone. I'm JTXRP, and today, Gary, I've got a special video for you and anyone who's interested in you, just to expose some of the crazy stuff. If you're not familiar with Mr. Gary Gensler here and the chair and the shenanigans he's been up to recently, I hope that you will pass this video along to people that don't know about what's going on at the SEC. And so it's very disturbing. There's some crazy stuff going on, and it's just everything that seems to come out of there just seems to boggle my mind. This particular gentleman, was always taught whenever I was growing up, love your enemies, but with friends like Gary here, who needs enemies? Because yeah, and with all the love in the world, here are some things that I've learned that are really truly frustrating me. On top of, if you're familiar, and I'm assuming you are as part of the crypto community, Mr. Gary Gensler has led the SEC with a mentality of, hey, everyone come in and register if you're a crypto, and it'll all be good. It'll be great. And then, of course, we don't know what you are, so we'll slap you with a lawsuit. And so it's what we've come to call it regulation by enforcement. And so we don't get clarity. We get lawsuits whenever we go into them. And so we'll get into more about this as we go, but it boggles my mind. Mr. Gary Gensler, here he is with the SEC's website, if you can see here. We're going to get into him. Speaking of his regulation by enforcement, a tweet by Jeremy Hogan. Well, this just reinforces what we already knew. The SEC is coming for the exchanges. We are the crypto trading platforms, office hours with Gary Gensler, where he goes in and talks about how he wants to bring the same protections uh, from the SEC to the crypto space. And yes, we do need some regulation. I believe that we need clarity. Like, I do believe that it needs to be a safer space. And I do believe that soon I will announce on my channel a great way for the space to become safer. And so please stick around for that announcement. It is going to be coming in the next couple weeks, I believe, but it's going to be exciting stuff. With that being said, let's get back to Gary here and his exchanges and what he's doing. I wanted to open up this XRPL playground, posted this from ProCoin News. I wanted to go through this with you all today. So from ProCoin News, we have this, the XRPL lawyer reveals that the SEC chair, Gary, refused to meet the crypto leaders. It is already well known that the SEC, Gary Gensler, has been enforcing crypto regulation policies that have been perceived to be largely negative by the crypto community. Yes, this video would say to that. The policies have been seen as overregulated and restricts the growth of innovation of the industry. However, it seems that there is even more to the story, as an XRPL lawyer just revealed that Gary Gensler had been refusing to meet the leaders of the crypto companies for all of the last year. And just to let you know, all of this last year, the SEC has been given a real push as to, hey, come on in and register with us. Let us help you figure out what you are. And it's totally not been the case. Any crypto that has set foot in to really get in the last several years, for that matter of fact, has been slapped with a lawsuit after the fact for coming in and what seems to be like putting a target on their back. So anyone that walks into the SEC is essentially registering themselves for lead generation for their enforcement division. But let's get back to the article here. However, it seems there is even more to the story of the XRPL lawyer. Just revealed that Gary Gensler had been refusing to meet the leaders of the crypto companies for the last year, as I said before. This contradicts a lot of the past statements of Gary Gensler, where he claimed that he wanted to talk to the crypto leaders, but it seems that in reality, it's quite different. Here's the tweet that they're referencing. I might put the link to this in the description, but chances are I'm just going to put the link to the article, which will have the link to the tweet if you want to go back and see it. But that's the tweet right there. Thanks to Crypto Law and John Deaton and all the lawyers in this space for all that you do. Let's keep on reading. So John Deaton, founder of Crypto Law and lawyer of XRPL holders, claimed that Gary Gensler refused to meet the 69,000 XRP holders. However, he also revealed that the SEC chair didn't even meet with Congress. Instead of meeting key players, Gensler meets around 7 times with a firm that controls 90% of his money. Very interesting, right? I thought so. In a Twitter thread, Deaton disclosed that the SEC chair's current wealth is being calculated over 100 million. He added that the commission doesn't care about the appearance of its impropriety. According to crypto law, records of Gensler's disclosure from 2020 to 2021 reveal that the majority of his money is invested in funds that are managed by the Vanguard Group and apparently Annabelle Lee LLC and Marital Trust are two of his key entities. And we'll find out more about this in a bit from a video that was posted that really opened my eyes, and I hope it will open yours. But further, let's stay here and finish this article. The public calendar of the SEC is also available for everyone to view, and there is currently nothing on it that seems to indicate that the SEC is actively trying to meet crypto companies. Instead, most of the meetings on the calendar were meetings that involved asset managers, which may indicate that the SEC chief is more interested in other things rather than the well-being of the crypto industry. Files also show that Gary Gensler did not even respond to the letter that was submitted by Republican members of Congress, which questioned some of the policies of the SEC. From an agency that claims to do its best to protect investors, it seems that there is currently no substantial data that can actually support that claim. Therefore, the question that raises is who is the SEC and Gary Gensler's working to protect? Who are they working to protect? I mean, I feel like it's a valid question. That's the whole point of the SEC was to protect investors. And so CoinGate concludes, the Gensler files show that Gensler didn't even reply to the U.S. Republic. Moreover, he skipped appearing before the Financial Services GOP to answer some critical questions. While he refused to address the crypto leader, the SEC enforcement was pronouncing on retail holders in the court. Coinbase is paying the price. Coinbase is the latest crypto exchange, just as Jeremy Hogan was talking about before, is the latest crypto exchange that has landed on the radar of the SEC regarding regulatory policies. XRP lawyers highlighted that Coinbase has tried to work in accordance with the commission since day one. The platform even delisted XRP tokens and rejected launching Lind, which was I guess a DeFi portion of what they were going to offer, but they took it off due to the SEC. Deaton believes that Coinbase came on the target just because it cooperated with the commission. For the time being, it may be a good idea to check the SEC's calendar if anything doesn't change, but this is quite unlikely. So that is this article, and yeah, so Gensler, to sum this up, Gensler didn't meet with any of the XRP community. Instead, he filled his calendar with Vanguard and Annabelle LLC, a marital trust, two key entities, and has refused to show up to Congress to be accountable as he's supposed to, and instead sent his the head of enforcement. Don't understand why, he as a leader of the SEC isn't held accountable, and it just boggles my mind. I feel like Congress is just weak. I don't know what to do, but it just seems like we can never get a straight answer out of these guys. And I'm not even sure why they're here if they're not actually protecting investors. I just can't do the thing you're meant to do, or let's just stop the SEC. Like let's create something that's better. And again, I do believe that I will have a better answer for the crypto industry in terms of how it can help to do that itself. But Mac Attack XRP here is why is XRP in the United States a security and every other country it's a currency? Like, why is this not being, of course, he addresses this to Brad Sherman, who stood up in that Congress that Gary Gensler was supposed to be in on that financial committee. And Mr. Sherman said both at the beginning and end, I believe, that he thought XRP was a security. And so, and Jeremy Hogan also pointed out, I don't have the tweet up, but he asked, hey, you're the only person I know of that, has not seen the evidence that likes to comment. So what do you know that we don't? Anyways, just boggles my mind. XRP is a security in the US, but not everywhere else. Crazy stuff. Now let's get to the video that I talked about before, and I'll zoom in here a little bit more. This is Gensler Facts. Make sure to give him a follow. But I thought it was a really great video. And I think that it shows a little bit more about what that article talked about, that just kind of really put the nail in the coffin in terms of my thoughts about Mr. Gensler. And this is not just a post, guys. This is like, he goes in the video, he goes into the different documents, he breaks things down. And I'm not going to do that in this video. I will put the link to this tweet, and you can go and view that in your leisure. But I think it shows all these things as well. So we'll just sit here a sec.
Get registered, come in and seek to register. You're supposed to register. Platforms have to register.
So we just found out that this guy who was preaching to crypto projects to come in and is telling them, hey, it's going to be okay. Just come in. We'll work with you. We'll register you and everything's going to be great. And then slaps them with a lawsuit. Bait and switch, true bait and switch. And then he not only has companies and funds that are not registered, and they're not registered in Maryland. Let's see if they're registered anywhere else.
Get registered.
So they're not registered anywhere in the US. $100 million fortune. And he isn't registered. The level of hypocrisy here is just, I don't understand. The first thing with William Hinman and Jay Clayton, and if you don't know about that, I have a video that will catch you up on the XRP lawsuit and the players in it. You can always go check out Crypto Law by John Deaton. The links will be in the description below. But yeah, crazy stuff. I wanted to show this. This was by XRP Snake .xrp, and I just thought this was hilarious. This is exactly, kind of how the crypto community, especially the XRP community, feels. We kind of showed them I'll just play this. I feel like it explains everything. Yeah, you show them what they smell like. Like, you just kind of hold a mirror up, and that's the kind of the reaction you get. I mean, they won't even go before Congress. It's ridiculous. Or at least the head of the SEC won't. The last thing I want to cover is, if you are moved by this at all, there is a petition to fire Gary Gensler from the SEC chairman for obstructing justice. And so obviously you can read here about more about what he's done. It's just absolutely ridiculousness. The guy that we were hoping that was going to come in and clean up the SEC has done the exact opposite. And it just, I cannot say how dumbfounded I am just at how bad, things are and the direction the SEC is headed. There definitely needs to be a day of reckoning. And I hope that you will join me in signing this petition. I'm JTXRP. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.